For the other New World, though, the Bishop Grady letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this Black Fox News Report. Make sure y'all sign that petition. Y'all get Donald Trump off Twitter. Find the change.org link in the video description if you're watching this on YouTube or in my Instagram account, GradyGrant716. Lays out exactly why you should be removed from the platform. Now, as I told y'all yesterday, Donald Trump, we already know about him ordering the U.S. drone strike that happened at Baghdad International Airport over there in Iraq that ended up killing Iranian commander Qasem Soleimani. This major general, like second most powerful person in Iran or whatever. So it's a major deal, something that Iran is going to have to respond to. They already did with having attacked these bases in these air bases in Iraq that U.S. soldiers frequent. But this actually over here in the U.S. led to Congress actually proposing, part of Congress, the House of Representatives, they actually approved the bill 224 to 194 that limits the power of the president in preventing him from being able to launch one of these attacks without congressional approval. So we'll see how this all turns out. They had the United Nations Security Council meeting as well, where there was an ambassador for Iran that actually spoke on behalf of Javad Zarif, the Iranian foreign minister, who wasn't allowed to attend due to his visa being revoked. And he was up there, saying throwing shade at the U.S. or whatever. And we all know why. Green Wall and graduation. The New World, though, the Bishop Grady letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this Black Fox News Report. Now I told y'all about how there was a plane that was actually leaving Iran in an Iranian international airport that in Tehran and headed for Kyiv, Ukraine. Kyiv being the capital of Ukraine, right? And it fell. This was a Boeing 737 and actually crashed, killing all 176 people on board. People thought it was a malfunction, yet another malfunction of a Boeing airplane. But the New York Times actually released a video that apparently is appearing to show an Iranian missile hitting the Boeing 737 that ended up killing a lot of people. Now, mind you, this crash actually happened hours after, just a couple of hours after Iran had actually struck the Iraqi air bases that both Iraqi troops and U.S. troops frequent, which was supposed to be retaliation for the assassination of Qasem Soleimani by U.S. drone strike. So Iran is denying any allegations that they mistakenly shot this plane. So we'll see what happens. Green Wall graduation. For the other New World, though, the Bishop Grady letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this Black Fox News Report. So there were internal emails from Boeing that were released that showed that even employees thought that the Boeing 737 MAX airplanes were a joke, essentially. You had one email that showed somebody saying, like, this aircraft was designed by clowns who are in turn supervised by monkeys. You had another email of someone saying, would you put your family on a MAX simulator trained aircraft? I wouldn't. And another email that said, I still haven't been forgiven by God for all the covering up I did last year. Well, apparent reference to the back and forth communication that has to go with the FAA, the Federal Aviation Administration. So keep in mind, the Boeing 737 MAX airplanes were grounded worldwide after two of them had crashed in the past year and a half. One in Ethiopia, the other one in Indonesia, killing a total of 346 people. Green Wall and graduation. For the other New World, though, the Bishop Grady letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this Black Fox News Report. So Trump is actually proposing basically the removal of the nation's oldest environmental law, which would basically exempt large projects like pipeline or a power plant or whatever from environmental review. So we're talking about exempting agencies from having to consider the cumulative effects of their project towards the environment, and this includes dealing with climate change. Now, the reason why I bring this up, him proposing it is whatever, but understand that we're dealing with a red Senate. You know what I'm saying? We're dealing with a lot of Republicans in the House of Representatives as well. So you're talking about if something like this is enacted, I mean, it having a possibility of being enacted, especially with considering all of the other environmental rollbacks that have taken place under the Trump regime. So this is serious, and it's showing a clear disregard for our environment and our safety. I mean, are they just trying to destroy the planet as much as they need and then like leave the earth or something? What the fuck is going on? Green Wall and graduation though. What the New World Order Bishop Grady letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this Black Fox News Report. So, on Wednesday, actually, there was an asylum seeker, a Mexican asylum seeker, that was actually denied entry into the U.S. at the Mexico-Texas border at the Fara Reynoso International Bridge. And after being denied entry, slit his own throat, and now he's dead. You know what I'm saying? That immigration shit is real. Other news in immigration in Louisiana, you actually have, I told y'all about this in the past, but you have these two Indian asylum seekers that are being held at the LaSalle ICE immigration jail, and they actually went on a hunger strike. Now they are in their 69th day on the brink of death, and medical staffers are like force hydrating them or whatever, hoping to get them to stay alive. But that's happening. And then also you have in Arizona in the Sonora Desert, the chief of the Tohono O'odham Nation is saying that the construction of the border wall in that area, in the Oregon Pike Cactus National Monument across that, is actually possibly unearthed some ancient remains. Green Wall and Graduation. What up, the New World Order Bishop Grady letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this Black Fox News Report, man. Make sure y'all check out my petition, Get Donald Trump Off Twitter. I'm gonna change that all link in the video description if you're watching this on YouTube, or you can check it out on my Instagram account, GradyGrant716, and it's right there in the bio. Lays out exactly why you should be removed from the platform. Hey yo, make sure y'all check out that fire ass mixtape too. What's that I'm talking about? We talking about that Still I Grind shit, man. Please watch my mixtape at Still_I Grind on IG. Got me snapping on other people's beats, you know what I'm saying? Like real melodic shit too, song mode shit too, and we talking about political and social commentary, all the prelude for that fire ass album that's on the way. So definitely send me some love. But just a little headline though, over in France, 500,000 people poured into the streets yesterday, Thursday, across the country, in support of the union rail workers that have actually been on strike, going against French President Emmanuel Macron's pension overhaul. That's something that is said to like essentially raise the retirement age, amongst other things that are making people uncomfortable. So this officially becomes the longest strike in history, the longest transportation strike in history in the country. Green Wall and Graduation. What up, the New World Order Bishop Grady letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this Black Fox News Report. Now I told y'all about that 6.4 magnitude earthquake that actually rocked the fuck out of Puerto Rico on Tuesday, killed at least one person, put the whole country in darkness. So the Puerto Rican Electric Power Authority, they're actually hoping to have the power back on by this Saturday, but so far really only half the residents have had their power restored. But Health and Human Services Secretary Alex Azar has actually declared a public health emergency for the country. So, you know, Trump already declared a national emergency regarding what's going on over there. We'll see what this turns into. Green Wall and Graduation. Pardon me. And I said national emergency. But he declared a state of emergency for Puerto Rico. So, Green Wall and Graduation. I had to clear that up because a lot of y'all be commenting, hating, coming at me, talking about I'm some this and that and don't know what I'm talking about, whatever. I'll give y'all straight facts, man. Get off my dick. What up, the New World Order Bishop Grady letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this Black Fox News Report, man. Rest in power to Yolanda Carr. Now this is the mother of a Tatiana Jefferson. That was a 28-year-old black woman who was actually shot and killed in Fort Worth, Texas by former police officer Aaron Dean. Shot her through the window after being drawn there after receiving a non-emergency wellness call, you know, for a wellness check. And basically, this is Tatiana Jefferson was actually Yolanda Carr, her mother, her caretaker. You know what I'm saying? She was fighting an illness at the time when Jefferson died. So, you know, this is devastating. Not too long after Tatiana was deceased, her father had died as well, and now her mother has to sleep in peace as well. You know, and it's unfortunate because it doesn't seem like it's coincidence. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, you know, dying of heartbreak or dying of sickness after your caretaker is killed, on top of the heartbreak, has to be rough. So, you know, keep positive thoughts and energy and prayers towards that family. Green Wall and Graduation.